don't mind.
Hey,
And if we don't talk, welcome. Hello.
hey, how's it going?
Going
Good to
well.
see you.
Hey, Ben, we kind of didn't have a warm up.
We kind of did, kind of didn't. It was yeah, one of those things that is and isn't at the same time. It's in limbo.
But
We
we're,
warmed up for like 2 minutes.
yeah, it's true. But
It's-
we're doing sports movies and we're doing
yeah.
football movies, so we got to make sure we're stretched.
Oh man. Oh shit. Well, hopefully I don't like tear my ACL or anything.
Oh, he tore
Oh
his ACL,
man.
though.
No spoiler. Oh no spoiler.
Oh man, these ones kind of don't have spoilers alert, do they? Because we know the
Got,
outcome.
well, kind of,
Well,
man.
not
Like
Varsity, but-
Friday Night Lights was. I mean, that one was. I always forget how it ends. Like just because they have that build up on it so hard.
Yeah.
Just like like yeah. These two movies are great to compare. I mean, they're only what 5 years apart.
5 years apart.
But I mean, it just it's crazy how different you you view both these movies. Like it's two different ends of the spectrum, and you see a bit of both. Like I love how both of these are set in Texas too.
Texas.
Like yeah,
West Canyon football. That's
West
what we
Canyon
are.
football.
Hello. Tweeter
Tweet-
drinks, but
Tweeter drink beer because Tweeter drinks beer.
Billy Bob cry because Billy Bob cries. Hello,
He's a crier.
everybody. Welcome to Side by Side Movies.
Welcome, welcome.
Movies podcast. I'm your host, CJ Robles.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt there. Right in the middle of introducing our podcast, I'm like, "Hey, how's it going?" Yeah.
Oh,
Welcome,
how you
welcome.
doing? Hey.
Go ahead and try to talk again, CJ. I'll
All
mess it up
right.
again.
I'm actually like I have my.
Oh yeah.
He got,
All right.
he got me again. All I'm saying is, how do you do this again? Oh wait, here we go. I'm just saying is, I feel kind of a nerd when I have the whole name out there and you just have the BN. So here we go. Now I feel more comfortable there. All right, so hey, welcome to Side by Side, the show
Hey.
where two friends watch two movies that kind of have something in common and they just talk about them. Open discussion. We have a 90-minute show going live now.
Right now.
I'm your
Right
host, CJ,
now.
and here's Ben Hamin. Love
That's
the
me.
love the hat.
Oh, thanks. The shirt's pretty plain though. It's just a brown shirt that has holes.
Hey, I got a black shirt that has holes somewhere here.
Yeah, I mean, dude, I'm supposed to wear it on Sunday, but I was just like, Thursday can be a holy day too. But
That's a good one.
yeah,
Hey, so we're doing Friday Night Lights and Varsity Blues. So let me
Yeah.
introduce the movies real quick, and we get started. Varsity Blues, 1999, rated R, 1 hour 46 minutes. Comedy, drama, romance. A backup quarterback is chosen to lead a Texas football team to victory after the star quarterback is injured. Director Brian Robbins, writer W. Peter If, stars James Vanderbeek, John Voight, Paul Walker. And we're gonna discuss also with Friday Night Lights, 2004 PG-13, 1 hour 58 minutes. Action drama sport based on H.G. Bissinger's book, which profiled the economically depressed town of Odessa, Texas, and their heroic high school football team, the Permian High Panthers. Director Peter Berg, writers Buzz Bissinger. He wrote the book, Friday Night Lights, A Town, a Team, and a Dream. David Aaron Cohen and Peter Berg wrote the screenplay. Stars Billy Bob Thornton, Jay Hernandez, and Derek Luke. That's not Cohen, is it?
like Joel and Ethan Cohen.
No,
Yeah,
is he related to that?
maybe there's some that are not Cohens, but they're Cohens.
Look at his top
know?
four movies. Friday Night Lights as a writer, and then he wrote The Devil's Own, which is like a Harrison Ford Brad Pitt movie. Some movie called The Miracle Season from 2008, and then 18, and then he wrote American Underdog. The Kurt Warner story just came out. This he's back at football. That's all. He went to- yeah.
Okay.
So between the two movies on Friday nights, where are you getting out?
What's that?
Between the two movies on Friday nights, where are you going to be hanging out?
Oh, West Canaan.
Yeah, me too.
West Canaan for sure. It feels. I don't know, man. Like Varsity Blues felt more real, like than Friday Night Lights did. So it was actually it's kind of funny that you mentioned that because I'm just going to go ahead and say this. I feel like Varsity Blues has more of an indie feel to it, like it's an indie film, whereas Friday Night Lights is like a blockbuster, like Hollywood movie. Like just
I I get what you're saying. I feel like because it was an MTV production, I feel
mhm.
like the other way around. I feel like Friday Night Lights feels like an independent movie with a budget. And I feel like Varsity Blues is kind of like a rock and roll music video because it's MTV. And I
Yeah.
mean, dude, let's just talk about. I got Friday Night Lights playing, but I'll put Varsity Blues on real quick.
No, no,
We'll
no.
just talk.
You keep that on. I'll have Varsity Blues on. Then
I
that
want
way
I
we
want
can.
I want to blues it with you. This is
All
like
right.
Varsity Blues is by far was and for a while was one of my favorite sports movies from
Yeah.
high school. It came out in 1999 when I was a freshman in high school. So there was like this movie came out. I believe it was in let's see when it came out when Friday Night Lights came out. 'Cause I want to say it was right before the season started because I remember they wrote an article
Hmm.
in the newspaper that said, "Are the Rams the new Varsity Blues?" And I was
Hmm.
like, well, I don't know. We could be the new guys, but we haven't been winning. So it's like, but it was cool because that was like a turnaround season. They had been losing for so long, or my high school team,
Hmm.
and then we had like Frenchie McRae and Brad Brocca and all those guys, and they went like 5-5 or 6-4 or something we never done before. We only won like two or three, excuse me, won 2 or 3 games a season. And those guys they had us pretty cool what do you call it? Pretty cool experience growing up and watching that. But this movie came out in it was filmed in Austin. Came out
Oh,
January
January 15th.
15th, 1999. So you know what? Because I went into high school. Yeah. So the movie came out. I went to high school. I went 99 2003. So this is the January, but I didn't go to school until August. So I did watch this before. So me watching this in eighth grade, going to freshman year, was like a big deal for me because it kind of set the bar. It
Yeah.
kind of
It's
said
like
like
this is how you need to act. Hey, who
yeah,
you
this is
gonna
how high
be?
school is. Yeah, and but as the whole time, one of my buddies hit me up about this weekend. There's a convention that I completely forgot about, but he hit me up and he was like, "You gonna go?" And we are just talking, and I sent him the link for this, and he goes, "Oh, those are two awesome, those are two great, awesome Texas movies, football movies." I go, "Yeah," and then I was like, "Oh yeah, I forgot. Like they are like two badass." And you just said it right now, and what do you call it? But like it did set the bar for me as in going to like what high school was gonna be like, and kind of like the party guys and party stuff. Also, I had a friend message me when I did the flyer. He said, "Oh, and he lives in I think Nashville. I know he lives in Tennessee, maybe Nashville." He said, "Oh, those are great movies." And I was like, "Hell yeah!" It's like some people like them. That's cool that they're still like I don't know if they're relevant, but they're still nice to watch. I think they're since they're high school related and like people are not really like in high school or at least the movies they always have come high school things. I think the fact that what do you call it? I think that this kind of be like remember we talked about with what are the high school movies we talked about?
I mean, you got American Pie. You got
Yeah, like
Can't Hardly Wait. Like
here we
those.
go.
It's kind of strange how. You do have Super Bad that came out a little bit later,
I
but
feel like that was like a 2000 movies. Like that's when it started
it is.
peaking.
I mean, it's 2007. So I mean, like you kind of lose those high school movies because you can only do it so many times. Like you could be raunchy, but then you have to take it next level. Oh, the kid's got to be younger. You had that movie called like Good Boys or something like that. It was
Oh
like
yeah, I haven't
a
seen it.
raunchy movie. Yeah, I haven't seen it either, but it has like 13-year-old kids, stuff like that. So you gotta raise the bar somewhere. And I guess they're. I mean, honestly, like I said earlier, I started watching that Euphoria show, so that's where they're kind of raising the bar there. Um, it's because that's all about like high school
High
kids and stuff
school.
like that. Yeah, but it's actually really good. It's very very good.
I did.
Uh,
I didn't take time. But speaking about a guy in a high school drama, Friday Night Lights, the show, I was an extra on that, and
ooh,
there's a few scenes in season two where you see me because friends would like snap photos and send them to me. But I haven't. I didn't have time to like sit down and watch. I don't know what episodes I'm actually in, and also IMDb won't let me take credit. So I want to screenshot myself and be like, look, this is me. Damn near look the
right.
same. So check it out. Like, but I think the fact that like these movies like I don't know high school I don't like I think what we did at Can't Hardly Wait and 10 Things I Hate About You episode. I think the
Yeah.
fact that high school is going to be a little bit different now, especially after 2020. Like
Oh
high school
yeah.
experience is going to be like we're gonna like in what 20 10 years we're gonna have just people writing about like their school experience through Zoom like it's like or
Right.
It's gonna be
It'll
like
probably be like horror movies and stuff like that. Because I mean, typically that's where you have teens is horror movies. I mean,
yeah.
comedies every once in a while, but teens are typically going to be in your horror movie genre.
So in the
Genre.
genre and in Varsity Blues, who's your favorite character?
Oh man, I do like Mox.
Damn.
Mox is a good.
Yes, but yeah,
He's
yeah,
a solid one.
yeah. I like
You
I
know,
like
he's
Lux too a lot.
well, he's just all around good guy. Like he even turns down Allie Larder and her um
Oh yeah, her banana whip
banana.
sundae.
Yeah, man. You know what my favorite on Not Another Teen Movie when Chris Evans does it and he has the banana sticking out of his ass. Oh, it's great.
Dude, that movie cracked me up when I saw it. I was like, no way, he's gonna do the scene, and then he had he had the banana
Yeah, yeah,
up his
man. Then
ass.
not another teen movie was like that was another perfect movie. It was just it was great all the way around because it was making fun of all the high school movies that were out. Hell, even Billy Bob was in Not Another Teen Movie.
Yeah, he was. He basically played the same character, Reggie Ray.
Yeah, Reggie Ray. Yeah,
Yeah, he
as a
basically.
pig, everything like that. And then I think at the end of the movie he dies. But
Yeah, he has a heart attack, right? Or like
yeah,
he's
something
on the
like that.
stretcher.
Dude, and you know the guy who plays Billy Bob too. He was in Good Burger. He was
Yes,
the
and that's what I want to talk about. If we ever got to this part, that he actually had like he has a little bit of development as a actor because in that he's just expressive, and which I'm finding out is so much harder to do now than to actually what do you call it, say words, because you could say words
yeah.
offline off screen, but act like off screen and it can work out. But like he to him to do the Good Burger,
Hmm.
he went to that and then he did this role, and I was like, holy crap, he did good. I think I like Billy. I got a soft spot for Billy Bob. It's like
Yeah.
what do you mean he's a boy? Look at the size of that sauce. It's like the way he talks. The way he like just his character. I mean, Tweeter's like extreme, and he's real, and you love him, but it's like dude, Tweeter's gonna just he's probably gonna just work at his dad's dealership, and he's
Yeah.
gonna sure enough have like a hot wife, but he's also gonna be like begging to like the janitor or something. It's just like
Yeah.
he's just always going like crazy. But I mean, the thing is, it shows like different personalities in high school, different positions. Like I mean, the basic story is quarterback gets hurt. They find out the backup quarterback is better, but he doesn't want it. He doesn't want to keep
Yeah.
it. He doesn't want all that. He just wants to play football, and that's what I really got this go around watching it. I was like, dude, he really does enjoy like just wanting to play football because that's all the whole thing's about is them
Yeah.
playing football. And then, but you start seeing stuff like Wendell, the running back. He is played by where is he at? Wendell. Oh man, this is gonna mess me up. Is Eliel Elile Swinton? I don't know what else I think this is all he has because he has like it says Swinton was ranked nationally as a high school football player. He signed with Kansas City Chiefs after college. His playing days were cut short by an injury, and he moved back to California to do production assistant work. Oh dang, he actually got hurt, and like in the movie, which
Oh, he got hurt in the movie?
no, like in the movie, he gets hurt, and they
Yeah.
that like and even like that. Think about sports medicine. Like they're talking about how they're like not even like because that like I remember I never heard about torn ACL or torn MCL, and I watched sports for like as a real little kid. And
Yeah.
all of a sudden this torn ACL, torn MCL, and it's basically I'm assuming I don't even know. I think it's like this is the knee, and
Hmm.
there's muscles in the front, muscles in the back, and you just tear one of them, basically, and you need them to stay limber. And that's basically what happened to Booby Miles. They can't figure out what it is. They don't know what it's called. They think. I mean, they do kind of say they might be an MCL because and then this time watching it around with Booby Miles, yeah, you find out that I mean I really like as I watched, I started paying attention more that he shouldn't have played. Like the second
Yeah.
time he
No.
shouldn't have gone in that second guy. But his ego, he's like, and
I
that
don't
part where
I don't think the coach wanted to play him. I think he wanted him to tell him no.
and he was lying,
But
right?
oh well, yeah. Yeah, he was lying.
Because they didn't know what
Both
to
of them
call
were.
it. Like they didn't
Mhm.
they didn't know what to call it and it was movies in 2004, but in 1988, I believe, they didn't know what to call it. So
Yeah.
in 1999, they just called it a knee injury, or like Paul Walker's character, Lance Harbor and
Hmm.
Wendell, they both have to get that. They used to do that. Was it kind of like numb? They can still play, but it just numbs the knee or something, numbs the body part. But after it like tears it up, like you can't even use it afterwards.
Yeah, a lot of scar tissue and
Yeah,
stuff like
scar
that.
tissue
Yeah.
and stuff. So I think that's what I believe that's what it was.
I would have
But
thought in my I always thought it was like steroids,
that
you
too.
know? I mean,
Quick
very well. That was always what I always assumed it was. I just was at the part where she was saying all the different words for penis. Like everybody say it: penis, 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 vagina, vagina,
Boner
vagina.
is Boner one of them?
Yeah,
You know that kid? I don't know what his name is, but he's also not another teen movie. He plays the stalker boyfriend.
the who?
He plays the stalker boyfriend. That guy that Boner is Boner with him. He plays.
Let me go back.
I think his name is actually Boner in this. I mean, it's easier if I find him in not another teen movie what his name is, but
Oh, I know who you're talking about. He wears the hat and everything.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's 2 years later. I mean, he's still playing a high school role. Dude, I will say this, man. I used to get people used to be like, I was in my late 20s and I started getting back into acting and trying to do auditions, and people were like, I don't have anything for a high school student. I'm like almost 30. What do you mean a high school student? Like I really I just want to act. You know, that was like an easy thing to say to me. I think his name is Eric Gunman, but let's find out.
He has the same haircut too. Never, it didn't change over that 2 year period.
Yep, it's him. It's Varsity Blues. Oh, dude, he's in the faculty. He's a
Oh,
freshman.
was he?
Yeah, it's his freshman number 1, so he's just like an
Repeat
extra.
offender, bro.
This guy's repeat offending. And then Varsity Blues, he plays Elliot. The Elliot, yeah, is a Boner, and he's on Texas Walker. I guess he's a Texas-based actor. Eric Jungman was born December 2nd, 1981, in Orlando, Florida, USA. He's an actor and director known for Not Another Teen Movie, Night Stalker, and Winning London. Yeah, the hair, like, but yeah, he got the role in that movie. So, and it's not even because I guess these other movies he acted were in Varsity Blues. He just has the one line.
Yeah, he's like mushroom on a stick, Mr. Mushroom Head.
And this is without the internet, so he do this shit, you know, like he just this is without the internet. The internet wasn't where
Pedro.
Pedro. I'll say that he like that scene alone. I took a sex ed cast or something like that at Texas State, and they had like the first few days they had us like they had some. I mean, it was a class of 300 people, so it wasn't even like fun. But I think one guy was on one side of the auditorium, but the other guy was on the other side, and they're like battling, like they're like they the genitalia, and they're like calling. And one of them that stuck out to me that I think this is the one that won the battle because they're running out of names, and this is in 2004 or 2005. So this was like the internet still wasn't the way the internet was, but it was already birthed.
You could Google it, but I mean the computers were like they didn't have Wi-Fi.
Let's just say Urban Dictionary wasn't around, and so like one guy was like whatever, and then the one that won it was axe wound. I couldn't have come back for that, and I'd never heard that one before, and I was like, oh wow, that's a crazy one.
Damn.
Yeah, I never thought about it like that. But we think about it like this.
Probably best you don't.
Yeah. Let's see. So like. I mean, R.I.P. Paul Walker. And did you know the Billy Bob?
And R.I.P. Billy Bob, too.
Ron Lester, he passed away, too.
Yeah.
So he passed away, in 2016? Yeah, 2016. And
which is crazy. We have two Billy Bobs in these movies. Just one is the actor and one is the...
Billy Bob Thornton. The name repeat offended. And Paul Walker was 40 when he passed away. And he passed away, 2014 or something like that?
2013, I think.
2013.
Oh, was it 2013?
Yeah, he was born in 1973.
My
He
bad.
passed away in 2013. Dang.
Wow.
And that's kind of like Ryan Dunn accident where he they were in a Porsche or something like that, and it's just too much torque, you know. I don't care how strong you are, that thing's gonna take you.
Oof.
John Voight as the coach. Now, me watching this as John Voight being the coach, kind of I kind of liked him. Like I liked that they didn't give him a bunch of like airtime. He's there and he's just the villain. You know he's the villain. You know this is what we're going after, and I like that. I kind of wanted to see. I like that he's not actually like whenever you do see him, he's kind of always using his authority or his power. And my boys giving you a hard time. Well, they're putting their wankers at the Alana Club. You know, it's like
you can't handle them. Like
yeah. So exactly. And it's like small town mentality. Small it's West Texas, right?
Yeah.
They're both in West Texas, so it's like,
yeah.
I think it's like got an itch. I think it's like it shows you that small town. You know, it kind of like we watched football a lot growing up, and like my family has season tickets and whatnot at the high school, but like it's just something about like watching that movie coming out, Varsity Blues, and then going through like high school and seeing it, it was cool. And then we were like blue and white, so it was really cool thing. See, Friday Night Lights, I stumbled into this one because the game NCAA
Hmm.
2004 something came out or 2005, and we would play it a lot. And then my freaking friends, well, I was still down on the border. My freaking friends would just like I would go and hang out, and they'd be playing that game, and they would just be saying like quoting Friday Night Lights. And
Yeah.
then just like I'll put Booty Miles your ass. He's like, I'm gonna hit him. I'm gonna smile while I do it. Like they'd say stuff like that. And I didn't get the quotes. And they're like, you haven't seen Friday Night Lights? I was like, no, no. They go, you gotta like, yeah, go rent it. And I rented it, and I watched it. And I remember being like, I got caught up in it.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
was like, I was on DVD, and I was just like, oh, dude. I just remember just watching it like that on my bed, like, just being like, this is a great movie. Watching it now, it's still beautiful and it's still a masterpiece, but it didn't hook me like it did when I was younger.
Yeah.
It didn't like Varsity Blues. You're definitely it has the nostalgia factor. Like that one.
Dude, it'll hook you. It'll hook you for sure. And no, I mean with that nostalgia factor, man. Like I remember going to football games. In the I played football like my freshman year, and then seventh and eighth grade. So and then after freshman year, I was like, no, I'm good. Uh,
Yeah, I meant to finish saying earlier was like my buddy texted me and I was like, yeah, I go either way. I go, I wish these were my high school. He goes, that looks like how my high school was when I grew up. Those movies. And I go, I wish that was like my high school. But either way, I'd be in the basketball movie.
yeah,
I wouldn't be in the football movie unless I'd have to be the manager or something. Or the coach.
but yeah, man. Like my freshman year of high school, like I remember we went 3 rounds into the playoffs. We were a 4A team. I mean, but dude, it was that last game, and you know that square that you can't step outside of on the sidelines.
Yeah.
You know they have somebody stepped outside of that, and we had just scored a touchdown. They brought it back because somebody
Oh,
got outside of that square, and we lost the game because of that. Like
oh, that was
it was terrible. Everybody, I'm still a little sour about it. I wasn't even playing but
let the
dude, going to
boys
those
play.
games.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Like going to those games, sitting in the student section, they would always have a student section, and you go and hang out with your friends, and your parents would go over there and sit and hang out with their friends, and that was just the thing to do on Friday nights, especially like I said, since I was playing on Thursdays anyway. So it was like, hey, you can go out to the football game and do all that. But I mean, hell, dude, like I lived out in the middle of nowhere. It was like 40 minutes to go to the football game. So like we made a whole deal of it. Like it was you
Yeah.
go out and go out to eat after that and have a good old time. But no, uh, it wasn't anything to this extent. Man, I do remember whenever I was real younger. Um, my mom, sorry, I had an itch too.
Yeah, mine does
Uh,
lie to you.
yeah. My mom was married to this dude, and he had a son who was playing football, and we would go to the football games. Like I just have a vague memory of us going to like Chili's or Applebee's after the game. It was like it's almost like one of those cliche moments, like
Yeah.
let's go to Chili's after the game. Like that kind of stuff.
I always thought that was a cheesy Chili's commercial. Do you see that one
Yeah,
where they show up and they're like, "We're locked up," and then Chili's is like, "Well, we'll open the door for you." And I used to watch that. I mean, Applebee's had that commercial where like the football team shows up, like they just lost state, and they're like, "We'll open it." Like, hell no, man! I worked at Applebee's and I worked the
right.
restaurant for. Wait,
No,
do you know how long it takes to open the kitchen? So you mean to tell me that the manager and the server get served you? They cooked your food in the microwave? Is that what Applebee's? Oh god, I gotta look for that commercial, man. It's so silly. Like that Applebee's commercial is so. I'm gonna do it. Let's see. Hopefully, don't get
do
kicked
it.
off. It's so.
No, we're good. But no, man,
Could
like
you imagine?
right. No, that I would be
But
like, no.
I was a
A whole
kid.
football team? No, hell no. But yeah, I mean, like, but that's the whole thing about those commercials. It's supposed to ignite, those feelings of like, oh yeah, like any person that wasn't in the service industry would be like, that's great customer service. Like they would be like, wow, that's a good manager right there, opening like no regard for the employees at all. Like, yeah, they don't
I
have
don't know, but I
they
was
don't
a
have a
kid and I
life.
was like, oh, it's like that's so
Yeah.
cool. And then you work at Applebee's, you're like, oh shit, get me out of here.
Well, dude, like
Uh,
whenever I was in high school, I think it was like 11th grade. I had to bring like something for a party in class, and I ordered like 30 tacos at Jack in the Box at like 8 in the morning. and I know they had to be like, are you kidding me, man?
What is
Like
this
for
again?
real? Yeah, exactly. And so, but I got him. God knows what you know. Yeah, I got him. But yeah.
I'm trying to find these commercials, man. They're like it's I can't believe it. It's because we're doing something new now. Now that we're live, like we're basically we have a short amount of like a shorter time than we do, and yeah, people can see us and people can chime in if anybody wants to comment. Go for it. Oh, nobody's there. Feel free.
Oh,
I should put this here. I should put a banner.
nobody's watching
I should
us.
put a
Oh
banner
man,
here that says. I mean,
that's
it
so
starts
sad.
of viewers. Feel
Hey,
free,
mom, can you watch this real quick? I'm gonna text my mom.
dude. I do. Hey, ma.
Ma, ma, the cookies. Where are the cookies at?
Viewers, feel free to comment. There we go. Just because I don't know. What if they don't really know we're live? They just
How about this? Viewers, feel free to watch. Uh,
feel free to comment, watch it, comment.
oh man, and Darcy's over here just stripping naked in
The
Mox's car.
I know, man. Freaking Mox is a god.
Dude,
Uh,
like, is she had no qualms with switching.
the thing about it is you have both those characters in that movie. You don't get it so much. Like you get Darcy. Is that her name, right? Yeah, you get
Yeah,
Darcy's character. Like she's the main one, but I feel like in Friday Night Lights you get a few more. I feel like you get a few more, like because it's like the girl get Comer's girlfriend getting mad at him on the stairs,
yeah.
and that's a like I want to be with a ball player that she wants attention,
Hmm.
and then the girl that Winchell hooks up with at the party.
Yeah.
She's kind of like a troubled chick too, but she's just kind of like, well, I mean, whatever, you know. It's kind of I like,
And you
I
don't
like,
even see her again either.
yeah,
Like, you just,
yeah. I do like that it's very like primitive, like the way that they're very organic,
well,
like they're like
yeah.
just kind of like I know you want me and I want you kind of thing. Like I thought that was
Mhm.
pretty. I was like, oh, the no game to game,
Yeah.
but
It kind of is, you know. That's that's just one of those things, man. Like, hell, I remember there was a guy on the football team. He had like two kids before he graduated high
oh
school,
god,
man. I mean,
dude, this
that's just the way it was. I mean,
dude,
hell,
all
even not being in football, there were parties you could go to and doing stuff. You know, it's
I don't know. I was the kid. I was kind of a square in the beginning.
really.
But I'll say
I
this,
mean,
yeah.
oh, same. I mean, but I still like. I had a buddy of mine. Like, we went out to his uh grandpa's like ranch or something like that. You know, we had like a homecoming party out there. We had a band out there playing, and they were like a screamo band. They were okay, but
I love it. I love it.
but yeah, man. Like, even but I didn't drink, smoke, anything like that until like after I graduated. But I would still go and hang out with them and bullshit with them, and we would fire guns off and do all sorts of stupid stuff, you know.
Well,
But
there are. Wait, there's a shotgun in Varsity Blues. Is there a gun in Friday Night Lights? Gun scene or no? No, I don't think so.
uh
Oh yeah, they go shoot guns.
oh
Yeah, they go. They
yeah,
do. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, because all the guys are just hanging out, throwing rocks and shooting. So that is kind of like a Texas thing. I never really got into that. And also because this dickhead friend of mine would shoot the fucking shotguns above our head and be like, "Oh, it just shows." I was like, "Dude, that like really like ruined it for me." Like,
oh man.
you're fucking around like that, dude. Like seriously, like a pet can hit us. Like I shoot it like way above your head. I'm like, that's fucked up, dude. But whatever.
Oh, dude, I know. I grew up around guns. Everybody had a gun around me growing up, dude. I would, oh man, even all my friends and everything. Like, uh, one of my buddies, I used to have video of it, but I shot like through my iPhone. He had like night vision, and we were shooting off his assault rifle
Oh, but that's,
down there. Yeah, or AR-15, whatever the hell it was. I don't know.
does
But we were just like shooting it off into whatever.
my
That's
my girlfriend back in the day, she had her brother had a pool. Well, they had a pool at her parents' house, and the pool was empty. And it was I
hmm
think I don't know if it was a pool. No, it was a pond. It was a giant pond, and it was empty. And he, I mean, you hear the brother like he had like an M16 and like a freaking Beretta shotgun and all this crazy stuff. You hear ka 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 ka, and then one time he had this coffee can and he goes, "Hey, let's see if you can hit it." So I put it in there and I hit it, and then he gave me a magic bullet that I didn't know he switched. He put it in, and I just had it, and boom! It kicked me hard. I hit the can, like, but it like hit hard. And he goes, "Oh, I put a slug in it, but I should have told you." It's like those kick hard. I was like, "Damn, a slug hit that hard?" So you know, you had like the what's it called, the deer and the bird, I guess is what. or
Are you
whatever it's
talking
called.
about like
The shell, the bullet, the shotgun shell was a slug, and it's just like a circle. Let me see if I can
yeah,
find it.
it they have spray shot or like yeah, the slug is gonna put a hole into something.
Yeah,
Whereas whenever a shotgun normally it's just like a
they spread.
bunch.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's like it spreads out. It's supposed to with the shotguns. That's why they use them for bird hunting because whenever you shoot towards it, like it gives a area instead of like a rifle where
yeah.
it's you have a you're trying to hit a certain object with shotguns. You can hit multiple objects if they're there. But yeah,
As he
you
as
know,
he as he explains, please do it again, Ben. However we please do the explanation there. Now playing. So that's basically right. The pebbles at the
yeah.
bottom, and then the top it's the slug. It still has like a giant bullet.
Hmm.
Yeah, that thing like God, that thing hurt so bad, man. I was like, oh, I don't want to do that ever again.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no.
But yeah, so there's two shotguns. It's like a Texas thing having guns. Like my dad we had guns. We played guns. So like,
Oh yeah.
it was a thing. But like I did notice that especially like back then. So once kind of crazy. The second movie that was made later in life was made from the '80s, and the one is like that's the thing I like about Varsity Blues. It's in the time that it was meant to be. But also I
Hmm.
see it as like a 1999 movie, and this is why I also think that 1999 movies kick ass because it literally is the turn before the 2000s. So I think like a lot of them are like, this is it. It's something new's coming, and
Right.
they're called Zoomies. They're born in 2000. And they're called, no, but not joking. But I think the
Well,
fact.
what's kind of crazy, man, is like I don't see a lot of difference between the way they're acting. Like
Oh
for ten
yes,
10 years difference, like you still have the same characters. I bet you they're still the same characters that you have now. You know?
that trips me out. That one does. Like the just not to stay on the gun subject, but the dad telling the guys if I got a shotgun and a shovel. If you and I doubt some people will miss you. And it's just like what? Why would you tell me that? Like I've said this multiple times on
Yeah.
this podcast, but I'm like, why? Why? And then I would read a meme. Oh, not a meme. I meant a post like a couple years ago, and I was like, damn, we're still here. We're still stuck here. Like that shit's not gonna go anywhere. Like that's a
Mm-mm.
threat, but I get whatever. Like no.
It's just yeah. I think that one's just one of those cliches that will die probably never. Uh
Even with the Billy Bob head trauma, it's like CTEs, like they're looking at it nowadays, like oh this is like head trauma, but it's like he was talking about it like back then, like in 1999, like oh my cat scan,
yeah, man.
scan my cat.
Well, and that's the crazy thing about it too is like Varsity Blues 1999. I mean, they're talking about race. They're talking about underage drinking. You know, all these kids being scandalous or what
Yeah, I mean
most
high
people.
school kids, dude, like
Yeah, exactly.
they
They're running around doing all sorts of stuff. I mean, but that's you typically are like, yeah, that's what kids do, but you don't want it to get out of hand like that. I mean, but like I said, you're also dealing with head trauma. I mean, that's something that's been going on with football for a while, but it really hadn't been brought to light until recently. I mean, at least in the last 10 years. Because they had that Will Smith
the Will
movie
Smith
about
movie.
about concussions and everything like that.
Yeah.
So I mean, this was kind of a little bit. I wouldn't say ahead of its time, but it was definitely talking about issues that you typically weren't talking about, and especially in high school movies and stuff like that. Especially with Wendell, he's like, how many touchdowns do I have? How many yards have I run?
Dude, that's kind of
Like,
messed up. Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
Because the reason that is messed up because he is the workhorse.
hmm
Because dude, he was averaging 130 yards, only has 3 touchdowns because he broke for over 20, and
yep.
it's like you got it's like all the politics and playing sports, man. It's not just sports. There's a point. I feel like it's been like that for a minute, but I feel like the all of the politics that get involved with playing just a freaking sport, man.
Well,
You
and
can't.
it depends. It depends on who you are. That's really what it is. Because I mean, they're you know, if a coach can go far, I mean, they're willing to pay good money
I mean,
for a coach. It's crazy. It really is. Like they're talking about the coach's salary in Friday Night Lights, like paying him $60,000 a year or something
and then he
like
goes, "I
that.
will pay him 100,000 if you win."
Yeah, exactly. I mean, but $60,000 in 1988, like
Yeah,
that
that's
had to
true.
been like that's a lot for a high school football coach. Like that's all he does is coach. I doubt he's a teacher in there, and if he is, they just didn't show it. But I thought so with Friday Night Lights. I always forget that they lose at the end. Spoiler
Yes,
alerts.
yes, yes. They don't.
But that's what's so crazy about it, man. Is like you're just like, all right, they're gonna win. Like you've seen that story a million times. Like, yeah, they're gonna win. But this was a story about how they're gonna win next year. Like this is all they had to go through to win next year. And I thought that
Oh
was
yeah, because that it is kind of the whole thing. Like, I mean, he gets all the way to state. It's just to
right
me, it just seems like
off a coin toss.
yeah,
Like,
that's
and I think that's why you would want to kind of grab this story up and tell it, just because there were so many variables going on in this game. You had Booby Miles that was supposed to be there all season. You had the coin toss. You have Dallas Carter, who I mean, there's some thick boys, man. Like,
dude. Those guys, it's like they have 40-year-olds or at least 30-year-olds.
oh man, at
Because
least.
I was like, damn, those guys look way too old. Like
But
that.
dude,
That's like,
like, yeah, well, and you know what's a whole lot of fun is going to those high school football games, like the not the college one, the state games. Like
yeah,
my brother and sister live down in South Texas, and one of their football teams that goes down there, they'll go to state. I think they were like a 3A team, and they would make it to
yeah.
state fairly regularly. So they would come up, and I would go and watch those too. Dude, that's it's so good, and I love high school football games because there's all that's at stake is pride. Like that's it. There's no, I mean, there's money for the coaches, but for the players, it's just about pride. It's about I'll whoop your ass, and then football and
Well,
stuff like
that's
that.
a good point though, because that's what the whole Billingsley dad. That's what his whole dad's about. Like
Yeah,
that character is so deep without knowing that it's like he doesn't play by Tim McGraw, and he does a great job.
he does.
The father, like he you don't really get that feeling of like depression. Like he don't talk about it, but you see it. You see like he's like, because that's all they're gonna remember for you. And then it's like it's at the times when like there's like no hope, and you have to go to school. Like you had to go to school to get a job. Like it wasn't like nowadays where if you showed good work or work ethic or whatnot, I mean it is the same actually,
Yeah.
but back then it was just like the piece of paper kind of, I guess, people were, ooh, and his
Yep.
dad just stayed there because he had to. Even the other guy, the guy that takes a picture of Mark Winchell, he's like, hey,
Hmm.
he's got to get you one of these, like, because
Hmm.
they like it's like if you get it, you're just gonna stay in Odessa anyways, like, but you get to brag about having. I mean, it's kind of hard because it was 1988. What was there on like Top Gun was like a big thing. It's like what was it like? The movies wasn't like it is now. Pop culture is like a total taking over. So back then, you actually did have like church and
Well,
like the
especially in this small town. I mean, Booby Miles. I'm surprised they didn't. They kind of they mentioned race in this movie too, talking about zebras and everything. But dude, that couldn't have been easy for him growing up in Odessa
but
for sure.
that was a thing though for them to get out. Like that's like the big deal. Like you got to get out. Like and that's what they even talk about with Brian Chavez, J.F. Knight's character. They
Yeah,
say, man, he already got a plan. And I was like, I never picked up on that, and it is true because at the end, what is he? He becomes a lawyer in real life, and that
something like that.
and
Well,
that's
did they show anything about anybody else besides the coach? Did I just miss it?
no, they do talk about him. They do
They
talk
do.
about. I'll look it up right now. But yeah, they do talk
Okay.
about what they do. I know. Brian Childs became a lawyer, and then like Boobie Miles, I think he stayed in Odessa, but it's like yeah, it sucks, dude, because he is the
I could see
he's
him being a coach. That would
yeah
be pretty
he
cool.
and that it's like he even I think he got ahead of himself because he had the Mercedes Benz, like, but that's just
Hmm.
that's some people can see that as a like inspiration or motivation, and to me, like, that kind of sucks that he was projecting himself there. But that scene with his uncle, damn, it broke me, man. The not this
Yeah.
time, but the first time I saw it, what we gonna do?
I
What
was
we
gonna
gonna?
buy you a house.
I was like,
Like,
oh, I see. I didn't hear that the first time.
hmm
I heard it now, and I was like, oh, damn, that was heartbreaking.
subtitles and everything,
Yeah.
man.
Oh, dude,
There.
totally. Dude, I was gonna actually bring it up on. There's so many. I always thought it was puke and rally. He says puke and rally.
What'd you think it was?
Puke puking like IN at the
Oh,
end,
puke and rally.
but
Yeah,
it's puke and
puke and
rally.
well, and then they have boot and rally too.
Oh, that's true.
That's what some people call it. But yeah, yep, puke and rally. Uh-huh.
But that to me, like that, I don't know. It's just it's to watch those movies, to like even like that, like like you said with the subtitles
Excuse
and
me.
hey, let me know. I'll freaking. Oh yeah, I forgot. Are you doing the private chat? Or are you?
No, no, no. I'm over here yawning. That's what I'm saying. Like my bad.
Mick
You, you,
yawns.
yeah, you know who I really enjoyed this time around on Varsity Blues? Kyle. Good old Kyle. His little brother.
Oh, the brother. Yes, Kyle.
Yeah.
You just got a cold. I did. Oh, they
Oh, isn't
sweet.
that cute? Dude, his mom is like drunk all the time. Probably because his dad's a dick. Chuck that fucking pigskin.
Dude, I
Like,
wanted to chuck this pigskin at my face, or be fucking. I wanted to chuck it at your face. And do a little scene where it's like the dad,
yeah.
because the dad sucks though. What's his name? Gilmore's the hammer my ass 27 years
Who-
ago. Like they're
Who has time to, I mean, well, I guess maybe they're in a small town, but like they're going and watching the practices. Like,
dude, it's all about football, man. With those towns, it's
I
like
mean,
that's
I
their
get it. I
thing.
get that it's all about football, like, but who has the time to do that? Like,
They're older They're older gents. They don't, I don't. Dude, it's like Hank Hill.
go to work, man. Like, yeah, propane and propane accessories, but from 8 to 5, he's at Strickland Propane, man.
What is work? It's 2022. It doesn't exist.
Well, it did back in 1988 and
Go to work.
1999.
Well, that's the thing. Though, their jobs were easier back then. It was a simpler time, Ben.
As I was saying that, I was thinking, I was like, yeah, this is a small town. Even like the sign going out of town is like, last one that leaves, turn off the lights. Like whenever they're going out and doing away games and stuff like that.
I thought,
But
I thought it was cool that when Johnny Moxon wins the game and then he goes to buy something like your money ain't no good here, and he gives him the beer. Like you said, to a minor, like a minor. I guess. Hey, I guess it's true. All right, so we're gonna find out real quick. We covered Ben's face. Hey, we're gonna find out real quick who wore it better. And we've got 3 viewers. Let's see. You tell me who wore it better. Who wore it better?
damn, Chris Hemsworth did a great job. You
Chris
got to show the
Hemsworth?
back. You got to show the back end of Chris Hemsworth, though.
You're getting it's. I think you mean to say Chris Evans.
Oh my gosh, did I say Hemsworth? My bad.
Yeah, you got.
Sorry,
the Chris's.
sorry,
That's
Mr.
okay.
Evans. I
It's Chris
apologize.
Pratt. But you're right. I have to show the back.
There it is.
Look,
So now everybody who wore it better.
only Allie Laitler's outfit has a back. I think Chris
Yeah,
Evans wins 'cause of the back.
Allie Larder wins all day. That's just impressive. Like that's a pretty bold move. Like, can you imagine like auditioning for this movie and be like, all right, so there's this one scene where you're gonna have to strip completely naked, and we're gonna put whipped cream on your private areas, and you're just like, okay. Like Chris Evans, I'm sure was like, this would be great if we put this in here. But
Yeah, when you probably saw the storyboard or the script, he was like, interesting.
yeah,
I saw
it's
Varsity
like
Blues.
exactly. Chris Evans was like, I saw Varsity Blues. We have to have this scene. Work it in.
So yeah, I tried.
no.
You could probably see me like in the video. I'm all focused, like trying to do something. I wanted to make that before, but I ran out of time. But
No, you good. I'm actually at that scene right now. What's funny is like it's so funny at first, and then just gets depressing. Like the more depressing.
she says she wants to get out. It's like, I mean, dude, there's girls I grew up with that are like that too, and girls I met in college and afterwards. They know. The girls nowadays, like they know what they want, and they want to do what they want to do. That, then let them do it. But you gotta be careful. Yeah. But I mean,
careful.
like it is the way she just kind of throws it out there, like just it's up for the taking. But I mean, it shows you those cool decisions that he makes. I mean, even Billy Bob chasing chicks in this movie, like is that much of a high power that even like all these guys. I mean, I like the fact that the tweeter hits that guy with the baseball bat.
Mm-hmm.
You go put that
Right.
Okay, you ready to come out
Yeah.
America's Funniest Videos? Put down that pot. Put it over your head.
How'd
Close
that
your
guy
eyes.
not know that was coming anyway?
Well,
And-
1988. I mean, 1999, and also too, it was the fact that he says, "I've been here at all these parties." Do you think they're doing it to kind of make fun of him because he's so older than
Yeah,
everybody
dude.
else.
No, like they
Yeah.
don't. Why would they want some creeper there?
At the high school party. Well, this is
Yeah, man. Well, I mean, you don't see.
someone had to buy the beer. It's like-
Yeah, well, you don't see like Billingsley's dad. He was old enough to be somebody's parent for sure. Like,
well, yeah. Well, I mean, he said he's class in 1980 and it's 1999. It's almost 20 years. You know. Like,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
yeah.
one of those
Never
people
miss
could
him.
be his kid.
Yeah, he kind of. I wanna know if that guy. When I go through the trivia right now, I wonder if that guy was probably like a stagehand or if he was if he was like who's he the writer? It's like something like that, or like, you know, it seems like one of those funny positions where that funny roles where they just
Right.
kind of give it to somebody. I mean, dude, I could talk. I mean, dude, Scott Conn is James Caan's son. Like, that's pretty dope,
Dude,
man.
right? You know what's funny? I always used to get Luke Perry and James Vanderbeek mixed up. Like,
What?
I felt like they looked similar. Not like a
I
Dylan
could see
McDermott,
it.
Dermot Mulroney kind of thing.
Who's left of his? But no, I can see the eyes. Like they kind of have
Yeah,
in a way. But the beak, man, he's kind of
yeah.
ta
He
taking
was
it
in
amongst himself.
he was
The
in
being,
Jay and
remember?
Silent Bob Strike
Yeah,
Back and Reboot.
I remember Reboot. He plays the Jay, and
Yep.
Jason Biggs plays the Silent Bob.
Silent Bob. Yeah. No, like you said, Paul Walker's in this movie. I mean, definitely one of the first movies of his career. I feel like there was something else before this that he was
Oh,
in.
dude, he had been doing a lot of stuff. He's a kid actor,
Yeah.
so he'd been doing a lot of stuff. So let's see, Paul Walker. Let's see what he's done for Fast and Furious, Fast and Furious 7, Running Scared, Fast and Furious 3.
I guess
Okay.
Fast and Furious came out the same year, didn't? Or no, it came out a year later.
Yeah, a year later, right? 2000. So let's see. His first credit is Highway to Heaven, and he has I guess, a recurring role. He has three.
Candy
he plays two-
Cane.
Yeah, Mount Monster in the Closet. He plays Program to Kill, Throb, Charles in Charge, Who's the Boss, What a Dummy, The Young and the Restless, CBS School Break Special, The Boys Are Back. Okay, then Tammy and the T-Rex, which I own right there. He's in Tammy and the T-Rex, Touched by an Angel, and then he did Meet the D.
Oh, Pleasantville. Meet the Deedles.
Yeah, what is this about? Oh yeah, I never saw. I think I probably did see this, but they have the blue waves on the. For the here, let me show you this real quick. Let me. I said we got capability in the future. Let me show you what I can do. Real quick.
Oh, She's All That. That came out the same year. Wow, man. Like I said, that's so weird that they do all those teen
look at
movies.
this.
Like,
There's that movie.
yeah.
Yeah, I've been VHS.
Spoiler alert: their hair is not like that in the movie.
It always caught my attention, the VHS box, but I never
Yeah.
what do you call it? I never really rented or never got into it. It caught my attention though. It was kind of goofy. But he does. I mean, he has a lot of stuff before Varsity Blues. So he was already like I mean, the role kind of like kind of given to him, you know, like tall, handsome, blonde hair, blue eyes, quarterback, dreamy looking dude. And then you
Yep.
have, I mean, they really played down James Vanderbeek's looks. Like they made him seem like a nerd. I didn't realize how much
Right.
of a, because when you compare him to Lance, you know, he does, and that's Amy Smart. Like she was always blonde,
Yeah.
and this one she's brunette, and then you know, and then,
Is she a
and-
repeat offender?
oh, dude, I think she is. I'm pretty sure she is. What have we done?
Everything.
Yeah, we'll look it up. But no,
No.
I think she's definitely a repeat offender. She has to be. We did well, let's find out. Amy Smart. You know, she's in a Road Trip, which is a movie I really really adore. My brother likes that movie.
It's a good one.
Yeah. No, I don't think she's I think it's her first time.
She may not be.
Yeah, I think it's the first time. But yeah. So let's see. But yeah, I mean, she's Amy Smart's in this. Like they got a good cast. They got a really good cast.
Oh yeah.
This guy Richard Lineback, he's the dad. He's Lance's dad.
Uh-huh.
He's in Speed, Natural Born Killers, The Ring, Twister. He's got a character actor. He's been quite a few things.
Yeah. I was just about to say it, yeah.
Yeah, there's a movie
Oh,
where he like.
you know who else is in this movie? Little known. Jesse Plemons.
Yes.
He was Lance's brother. And dude, I
Yeah.
saw him and I was like, is that Jesse Plemons?
Mhm.
And it was. It definitely was. It was
Which
very
is crazy 'cause
surprising.
He's on Friday Night Lights. The
Oh,
TV
he's
show.
on the TV show?
Yeah, he's like the main character, like one of the main characters. He's
Was was Billy Bob's wife on the TV show as well?
Yeah, she had they gave them, yeah. Because when I was working with when I was on that set, I would like talk to them once in a while, but they'd be like, okay, but I never realized like I'm just like oh my god, it's an actress right here. They're like, oh, you having a good day? Like I didn't realize they have their lines in their head and they're like, it's just, I don't know, you fanboy out. I was like one of my first fanboys was on this show because you're just like whoa. Yeah, Friday Night Lights, the show. I think it was 4 seasons long. Because I did all of season 2 and half of season the beginning of 3, and I forgot what happened. But I was
See.
doing that. But let's see. I enjoyed. But these are like the thing I wanted to talk about too was Varsity Blues is 1999, and then Friday Night Lights 2004. I think Varsity Blues kind of helped Friday Night Lights open up the door, like for like that
Yeah,
kind of movie. Because even like censorship, like these movies, like watching movies now, I'm like, what is this rated? MA?
yeah.
What the hell, MA?
Well,
Matured audience?
and Friday Night Lights is toned down quite a bit too because it's PG-13. Varsity Blues is rated R through and through. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
you get, breast, you get,
So
you get,
logo
you
your
get,
deaf show
you
us.
get it exactly. Like you get it all in this movie. Like there's no bars held. Uh,
So we got 10 minutes left, and what I want to do is go to the trivia portion of these movies. And I just want
yeah.
to talk. I want to talk about something I've been finding out. Check this out. Paul Walker broke his leg during the filming, so he actually he was in a that's insane. He broke his
What
leg, and he actually hurt his leg in the movie's character. So hey, he's not
do
even
you think they
acting.
had to adjust that because of the script,
Oh, that's
or
funny. What
do you
if
think
what
that
if it was
wouldn't that
James,
be?
it was James Vanderbeek was Lance and Paul Walker was Watson and he got broke his legs. Like I just give him the role. In the scene where Darcy sports her whipped cream bikini, shaving cream was used. Yeah, whipped cream wouldn't stick right. Yeah, and whipped cream it ages real bad. Like it tastes gross.
Yeah,
I never
it
had fun with
was.
it.
Mhm.
Syrup, any of that? Allie Larder's Darcy's movie debut. Allie, Amy are the best friends in real life and have been for 20 years. Oh, so Amy Smart and Allie Larter, they met each other on the set and they became friends.
Hmm.
Mox, James Vanderbeek wears jersey number 4 in a homage to Vanderbeek's favorite football player, Green Bay Packers quarterback Brett Favre. The Joshua Jackson was considered as the role of Mox. Oh, that would have been a different movie. I don't know if he could pull this one off. You know
Right.
Joshua Jackson, right? Mighty Ducks.
Yes, I do. I do believe I. Yeah.
I don't know if he would have been pull that off, but hey, what do I know? The high school fight song played at the pep rally is a Texas A&M war
Yeah, I was gonna
song.
say. Whenever I was listening to that, I was like, "This sounds like the A&M fight song." Goodbye to
Yeah,
Texas University.
yeah.
I used to go.
My,
Used to be able to get to go to those football games too.
yeah, I mean college football. I only went to a few college football games. I remember I went when Colt McCoy had like a sophomore slump, like his worst game ever. I went to go watch it. It was against Arkansas. It was against Arkansas. Okay, it's like small goals. We only won 27. We won 21 to 17 or something like that. We could have lost, and they got the 17 like as time was running out, like last points. I think, well, I think it was I think we barely pulled that one off, but we can't only ask so much for a 20-year-old, and that's another thing in this movie, man. They freaking ask so much for like for high
Right.
school for kids. I was never asked that much. I mean, I played basketball, but they're like just don't fail and get in trouble. That was it. These guys
It's
are
like,
like,
do you feel like you're 17? I don't feel like I'm 17.
yeah,
Like
that's
they.
right. That's true. They acknowledged that they're like, hey, we're actually like they're put. It's a lot of because I feel like Varsity Blues, the characters are more like, man, whatever, we'll blow it off. We're the ones in and Friday Night Lights were a little bit more soft spoken, a little bit more quiet.
Yep.
Um, Before I forget, I have something I want to say, but let's go to the trivia on Friday Night Lights. Derek Luke, who played high school player James Booby Miles, was actually 30 years old filming in the movie. He portrayed as a teenager. Well, he looks good for. I mean, I can
Yeah.
believe it, you know.
Yeah.
He was 30. Roy Williams, wide receiver for Dallas Cowboys, has a cameo as assistant coach. Oh, I thought I saw him on the Odessa rival team. He played in Permian High School. Dude, my high school when I was a sophomore, we played Permian Basin and they
Hmm.
whooped our ass. It was bad. It was like 70-14 or something.
Damn.
I don't know what home field advantage was. When they came back to play us in our hometown, we almost beat them. We were up. We lost it at the end.
Hmm.
And I think my coach at that game. We watched it, and then my coach said, "Did y'all see that last play at the game? The score could have been worse, but you see, like there was kind of like a DK Metcalf on Buda Baker. Guy intercepts it on one end, takes it all the way to the other end before it get pick six. The receiver comes around and grabs them. Johnny Joe Sanchez did that, and I remember our coach was like, "You got to play like that." One of the coaches, it wasn't my head coach, it was one of them. He goes, "You saw that kid? He didn't give up. You gotta go. You gotta play, and you gotta." And remember that was in my head, like, "All right, gotta be like Johnny Joe, just keep." But Johnny Joe was like an athlete. He just he'd do whatever, man. He was good at every sport. So, Chris Evans' butt with the banana in it. Alienate.
Yeah, there you go. Listen to this one. Richard Linklater was attached to direct before Peter Berg, but it was scrapped due to budget difficulties.
Dude, Peter Berg, like, man, way to give him some credit for this movie, man. It's like he really, it's well told. You know.
Dude, so they said that Amber Heard was in Friday Night Lights, and I definitely don't remember seeing her at all.
Nah, I don't remember seeing her at all.
No, I mean she's in it. She's on IMDb. But yeah, she just kind of must have been in the background.
Is she an Austin character or? I mean, Austin like actress or something.
Yeah, she's from Texas. Yeah.
Okay, I know she was like. There's a few things that she did. Like I've seen her,
well, you know what's what's crazy about Varsity Blues too? I love the soundtrack. All right,
yeah.
You got "I'll Be Your Hero." Watch it. Like it's so funny because it's like this movie set up what cliche movies can joke about later on. You know, like "Here comes my hero," but it works so good because this is it's really not the first time you're seeing it because you've seen inspirational stuff before, but like they're able to get away with it in 1999. Like you're able to get away with that kind of stuff. And no, man, it's
no, it's talking about the soundtrack. The whole soundtrack is awesome.
Yeah, no, and even in that last scene where Billy Bob, was like fumbling the ball, and it's like a trumpet or something playing. Like that's a beautiful scene. Like there's a lot of really good and like well put together scenes in Varsity Blues. Like it's and you know what I think is so funny too is like both these movies are kind of like you have the same cuts too. Like, well, we're running down the field and it kind of like the camera jerks around and you can't really see exactly what's happening, but whenever you're watching it on TV it's clear as day. Like you know what I'm saying? Like,
well, there's even that that tweeter scene where he's with the girls in the car.
Uh-huh.
And then like so when he's talking to Mox, get him, and they're like, "Mox, tweeted, throw my clothes away." He's like, "You brought my jacket or whatever." And then whenever that part, you see that the car's lit up, like they put a light inside, and then when the car takes off, the light's off, like it's all dark. So the car shows up, like continuity issues. But
yeah,
dude, one of my favorite bands. I mean, it's probably one of, if not my favorite band. And ever since Friday Night Lights came out, and I found this album, and I found this band, and they're based out of Austin. I would totally love to watch them live. I've missed all their performances, but Explosions in the Sky, they did the whole album for Friday Night Lights.
Oh, wow.
There's no words to their music, and it feels just as like an ensemble of like drum, bass, and guitar, and different instruments that just get together and they just play. And I feel like they're playing. I feel like they kind of improv it. I feel like they kind of just kind of like figure each other's rhythms and rhyme, whatever. But I love this band. Like I love them. I listen to them to meditate. I listen to them to just like just getting in the mood to write or something. Because sometimes I'm listening to music if I'm writing and listen to words. They'll pop in my head. They'll pop in my head when I'm listening to, and I'm like, how did that happen? Like why did I write this in here? And it's like, oh, because I listened to this song and it had a freaking lyric in there that I put in that I just kind of heard. But man, like I gotta say that the soundtrack for Friday Night Lights was amazing. And I think one of the interviews I saw, or maybe it was on the DVD, it said that somebody called the people from Friday Night Lights, the Explosion in the Sky, they called the band. They're like, hey, we need you to make an album for us, a movie album. They're like, okay, cool. And then like, how many songs are we gonna play? All of them. They're like, okay. So I thought that was pretty cool. I mean, all in all, that this whole what do you call it? Like I love that I got a lot from this movie. Also, I'm still on the freaking notes, dude. The trivia on IMDb. On what is this, Friday Night? No, this is Varsity Blues. The Ford on the movie poster is never seen in the movie. I know, I never understood the movie poster. Oh, there's a few cool shots in Varsity Blues that like dun, 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 when they're losing and Mox takes his helmet off. That's like I've always liked that shot. Like it's just
Yeah.
like because it's great editing too. This movie has some really 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 good editing. Um, let's see if they win any awards. I think it probably got Best Kiss or something, MTV award or something. Let's see if it has any awards. It's got 5 nominations, 2 wins, and we're looking at MTV Movie Plus TV or MTV Movie Plus TV Awards. Best Breakthrough Male Performance, James Vanderbeek. Nominated Best Movie Song, Nice Guys Finish Last. You one thing I
Yep.
noticed, they don't the Varsity they don't give the band's credit, they just give the singer credit or like the instrument. Teen Choice Awards, film Breakthrough Performance, James Vanderbeek nominee for film choice drama and soundtrack of the year. I got close. I got nominated for Teen Choice Awards. The Stinker Bad Movies Award. Oh, worst fake accent. The entire cast nominee. I don't bother me none. That don't bother me.
Don't bother me,
none.
no.
Nah, I go down to West Texas and we're gonna go have ourselves a hootenanny. I don't know. I
You
go
know-
to East Texas nowadays, so it's like the doodad and the what stuff.
You know what's crazy too is in Varsity Blues they had their names on their jerseys. Like, do you know how crazy that is?
What do you mean?
It's like, what do you like to have the name, like to print somebody's name on a jersey for 4 years? You know what I'm saying? Instead of just giving them a number.
Hey,
Like,
buddy. Hey, you might have been from a small little school. We had our names on our jerseys.
or we may have to, and I just forgot.
just forgot.
I just thought
Hey,
that was crazy.
We got a comment in here. Hey.
Uh
Of course it's a boy. Look at the size of that sausage. Yeah, we already brought that up. I said,
oh.
what do you mean it's a boy? Of course it's a boy. Look at the size of that sausage. We're talking about Billy Bob. We got a half hour left, so if you want to hang out, go for it. Let's see. We're talking Varsity Blues and Friday Night Lights. Let's see if Friday Night Lights won any awards. 2 awards, 5 nominations, the same thing. Oh, AFI Awards 2005 Movie of the Year winner.
Wow.
We have here the ESPYs Awards 2005 Best Sports Movie. It's a winner.
Oh wow.
Oh, and those are the 2 wins because now they're all nominees. They got nominated for Breakthrough Male. MTV Movie Plus TV Awards Breakthrough Male. Tim McGraw. I think he did a good job.
I think he did a fantastic job.
Oh, this is for the show. And this is for it says USC Script Award 2005 nominated Peter Berg, Buzz Bissinger, and David Aaron and Cohen. So they got us. The script even got nominated.
Wow.
I mean, there's actually I'm gonna be tapping all day on you, Mexican. What's he telling me? He tells him something. What's like Carter? I'm gonna be running all over you, Mexican. But
Right.
that's
Oh.
Let's okay. Well, I guess I pretty much hit up all the we've done all we've covered all the bases. We hit what we need to do. So I mean, our show's different right now. It's forming. It's getting its true form. And,
It is.
And 90 minutes ain't much to ask. We've cut it down to 2.5.
Forming. Right. No, I mean we've definitely definitely come a long way, but I feel like I don't know. I feel like we covered a lot of bases.
Yeah, I think I felt like I could have guided, especially this one, but I don't have enough time right now. I didn't realize I buried myself pretty deep, and I was like, oh, I mean, I literally was doing the edits, and I'm still editing as we're doing, as we're talking. But outside of like both movies, they not only are they football, they have high school drama. It's gonna come with it. You're gonna even like Dazed and Confused has the same issue, but without it doesn't really show football. That's just the drama part of it.
It kind of does. I mean,
a little bit. There's like one
yeah.
game, right? It shows in one game.
Yeah. Well, I guess. Well, it doesn't really show a football game. It just shows that they are football players. I guess. Yeah.
Yeah.
It has a
game.
baseball game in it.
Yeah, and then it has O'Bannon, played by
O'Bannon.
Ben Affleck.
The Bad Affleck.
Batflick.
Batflick.
Yeah, dude. I think I think for everything on this movie, like what it came through both these movies, like the soundtrack, the acting, the girls, the guys interacting with them, and then the shotguns and all that. I think these 2 movies, like although a little different, have the same similarities, but it's like because it's Texas football. I mean, dude, you grew up with this too. Like I grew up watching football all the time, And out of all the sports, it's the one that I still kind of hold on to. But I think it's like the one. I mean, I love basketball. I love it, but I don't watch NBA. I just watch the stats. I just fantasy. That's all I'm basically doing nowadays. There's no enjoyment in watching it. And I think this is what I wanted to talk about because there's theater in sports, and you can totally see it in these movies. They pull out the drama, and this is like the things you watch when you people get obsessed and they get really what do you call it? They just take it. They take it too serious.
Yeah.
And it gets to the point to where like I mean you could I mean the refs are getting a bunch of crap now because we can us as viewers we can do replays, and then what was I gonna say, also just like the social media aspect to it, it's just something I never really thought about. Like I've never in the future when I was younger I never thought like you'd be able to talk to your celebrities, but it's just things about sport, things I don't like about like basketball. I totally love that movie more and more and more because it's not only as a parody but it's pretty spot on what they did because it looks like it. And I also wanted before we start rating the system, I wanted to show you. I mean, the movie. I wanted to show you something. I bought a card on Monday. It wasn't that much. It was under $15. But I heard this story online. I had to buy it because I'm a collector, and this is sports stuff. Check out this 1990 trading card I got of Mark Jackson, the guard for the Knicks.
There you go.
You know what's crazy about this photo? You see in the background those two heads, two heads of those guys, the guy with the hat and the guy with the blue shirt.
Yeah.
Those are the Menendez brothers.
Who?
Kyle and Lyle Menendez.
Oh.
This is hours after they killed their parents. They came out in this photo.
Shit.
That's insane, right?
Yeah.
Speaking of sports, I mean, I'm a basketball guy. I love basketball, but I love football.
Damn, that's crazy.
That's insane, right? Out of all the
So that's like the off the cable guy when the twins. That's okay.
Yeah, Ben Stiller plays the he directed, but he also plays the brothers. Like,
by the way, did you see that cable guy Super Bowl commercial?
Oh, I'm glad he played him back because remember, Jim Carrey didn't like playing. We found out there in Ace Ventura that he didn't like playing the same roles. We haven't seen Jim Carrey movie. Maybe we gotta go there again.
We can watch Sonic the Hedgehog.
Oh, we could. Let me do a little Wikipedia search. We can. You got your Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah, I'm ready to go this time. Actually, right. I wasn't.
I don't have Rotten Tomatoes. I'm totally letting you do it.
I got you.
Without me looking, because I don't want to.
No, you're good. You let me know which one you want to do first.
I totally love that title though. Varsity Blues and Friday Night Lights is pretty badass.
Yeah. Well, you said the titles.
Yeah.
Yeah, Varsity Blues I think is a better title if we're gonna be honest.
Yeah. I mean,
Friday Night Lights is like, and that's like a little on the nose. Varsity Blues is a little bit.
I feel like Friday Night Lights you can kind of pass as a documentary, and Varsity Blues, but I feel like it's more documentary. All right, what do you want to know? The budget for Friday Night Lights was?
I'm gonna guess it was $30 million.
Got it. You know what the box office was?
It's probably gonna be $100 million.
Nah, 62 million. Damn.
62?
Yeah, you got it right on the money.
Yeah.
30 million. All right. What about
I feel like it was more hyped up back in the day for some reason. Anyway, Varsity Blues is going to be 22 million budget.
Not bad, but 16 mil. What's the budget?
Yeah,
box office? What's the box office?
Box office is going to be 50.
Dude, you almost 54.3. Yeah, you're getting good at this.
Oh yeah.
I mean that brought in more money and even like a earlier time, but I mean to throw in 60 million, get 54 million, that's pretty good. But
I mean you got to think too, like MTV producing this film, like you could market that so easily, especially to young viewers. In 1999, I bet you every other commercial was Varsity Blues. Like, hey, don't forget to go see Varsity Blues.
Yeah, I remember I was 15 when I saw this. The film drew a domestic box office gross of 52 million against its estimated 16 million budget, despite mixed critical reviews. Well, I don't know. Let's talk about this real quick because IMDb score is a 6.5 out of 10 with 45,000 votes.
Mm-hmm. And I'll tell you what we got over here on Rotten Tomatoes. I have a 43% on the tomato meter out of 56 reviews and a 76% audience score out of 100 plus ratings. Critics' consensus on this one, guys, is going to be this is a predictable football movie that lacks intensity. I beg to differ. I beg to differ. Jon Voight is very intense. Also, speaking of Jon Voight, I the other day I was watching YouTube, and sometimes whenever you're done watching whatever you're watching on YouTube, it kind of like goes to the next thing. It kind of has like that new Netflix thing where it just like suggests things for you and then it just starts it.
Yeah.
Well, there was a movie on there, a movie called Bratz with a Z, you know.
Oh,
And you know who was in this movie?
it's Tom Voight.
John Voight as the principal. And I, at first, I was like, "There's no way this is John Voight." Like, I was like, "No, that's somebody that looks like him." And I looked it up on IMDb. I was like, "Did he lose a bet? Like, did they blackmail him into this movie? Like, what is the deal?" Like,
But
I regard John Voight as that's a high end actor. You don't have to go and do Bratz movies, John Voight.
well, man, let's see what it paid.
Remember,
In this
maybe
case,
it too. Maybe he needed the money. I don't know.
John Voight, man. What do you call it? What's her name? Angelina Jolie.
Yeah, that's Angelina Jolie's dad.
Oh my
He
god,
was
I
what?
forgot about this movie.
Yeah, I wish I could have too.
Wait, you watched the whole thing?
Oh no, it just like
Oh, it was the clip. Yeah.
yeah. Well, no, it wasn't a clip. Like it had gotten probably about 20 minutes into the movie. I wouldn't paid attention to it though. Like I was just like playing on my phone or something. I don't know.
I
Yeah,
watched a little bit. I mean, I think I watched it back in the day. I watched it. I think it was like on Showtime or something.
yeah, man. I couldn't. I was like, what the hell is this? Like
So
I
Varsity
tried.
Blues got a 43 and a 76. Oh, I don't
Yeah.
agree, man. Especially with that tomato meter critic.
Yeah, no, that one. Do you want to do Friday Night Lights and we give our scores?
Yeah. Friday Night Lights, 7.2 out of 10 with 62,000 votes on IMDb.
Yeah, that sounds about right. So over here, I have a certified fresh on the tomato meter, 82% out of 100 on the tomato meter out of 173 reviews, an 85% audience score out of 100 plus ratings. Critics' consensus on this one is going to be an acute survey of football obsessed heartland that succeeds in both as both a stirring drama and rousing sports movie. See, I could say the same about Varsity Blues, except it has a little bit more comedy. Yeah, I mean, I feel like that's where people probably, push Varsity Blues off. Like, oh, it's just a comedy. They're just trying to be vulgar and crude. But I feel like that is more accurate than
I'm about to
Friends.
say, like, I think that's what saves. I think that's what saves Varsity Blues. Between the
Yeah.
two, because I got to get my rating, and I don't know. Do you want to go ratings? You want
Let's do it. What do you got for Varsity Blues? Just tell me.
the nostalgia and just everything. 15, 13. I really
13,
do enjoy
15,
it.
13.
I think if I was to watch it like now as a sports movie, I think I'd be like in the 10, and then maybe 11. But
You'd say
because
you
it's
give
just
it you give it a 10, 10,
10, fucking 10.
fucking 10.
Hell yeah! If I
Give it
was
a 9.5. I've
yeah,
been with older women.
I still got.
I still got one, yeah.
Yeah.
I love whenever he's like talking to Mox at practice or something. He's just looking at his dick the whole time, and he's like, "What the fuck is that?"
What the fuck is that? Like,
Yeah.
you think you're gonna enjoy prison? I don't know. I don't know.
What? He's like, "What?"
Oh yeah, he goes, what? Right? He goes, yeah, what?
Yeah, he's like, he wasn't even paying attention.
Yeah, Scott Conn. I think he's underrated in this movie, but I think you get enough of him. They did him right. I think
Yeah,
they gave him just
yeah.
because you don't need to see any more. I don't want to know more of him like that. I just want to know that he's like that, but I don't want to know exactly what he's like. Also, I don't want to find out that he goes to church and he's like an altar boy. I just want to keep where he's at.
Right. No, and I think another thing with Varsity Blues, I feel like it's very well distributed among the actors. Like yeah, I mean, James Vanderbeek is the main character, but I feel like Billy Bob gets a lot of screen time.
Yeah.
Tweeter gets a lot of screen time. Paul Walker doesn't get all that much screen time, which is funny. But I mean, if he broke his leg, that makes sense.
Yes, true. And
Um,
also, they have a guy. There's another receiver that I guess he's a tight end or just a receiver is Gonzalez. He comes up a lot too. So he's kind of Hispanic character, maybe Mexican. But
Yeah.
then in Friday Night Lights, you definitely have that predominant Brian
Chavez,
Chavez
yeah.
guy, which is great. But I mean, it's the story. It's how it came out. So
Yeah.
what do you give Varsity Blues?
I'm gonna give it. I was gonna give it a 12, but after you, I'm gonna give it a 13. That's a
13.
13. Yep. No, this is a solid movie. I mean, Miss Davis, will you go to prom with me? Like, yeah, and then the 10, like I give it a 10, 10, 10. Like I say that way too much. Um,
Yeah,
no, that it's such a quotable movie. It's such a it's like a timepiece almost, you know, at this
yeah,
point. It really kind
yeah,
of is. It's a snapshot of what school was like or what football was like in the late 1990s. Uh
yeah. I mean, it
or
trickled over. It
1988, like
it.
that's the thing about the small town, like it doesn't change a whole lot,
No, they don't.
it's
Yeah,
it's kind of the same story just over and over again,
yeah, yeah.
you
And I
know.
think that's. I mean, it's changing. Like I don't know. I always think about like Big Mouse, Lady Mouse. Kind of think of that kind of
Yeah.
mentality. There's always two different types of people in the country and the city, and it's just that small part of town. I wonder if like somebody that's super like progressive and liberal would even take the time to watch this movie to get to see it, or
Who,
you know,
Varsity Blues?
yeah, Varsity Blues, because it's kind of
Yeah, why
vulgar.
not? Yeah, but I
It's kind
mean,
of vulgar.
yeah.
I mean, not then, not 1999. Today's standards.
Oh, you think it's too vulgar for today's standards? I think
Yeah.
you need to get on the internet for 5 seconds.
Well, I'm not talking about the internet. I'm talking about just movie wise, movie standards.
Movie
Not
wise, we
yeah.
have Deadpool, bro. Deadpool's about to be in the MCU, and he's going to be vulgar.
That's,
Disney is about to put out a rated R movie under Disney.
they have to. They're. I don't know.
So
Whatever.
you tell me what's too
Yeah, that's
vulgar.
true. That's true.
You,
I don't. Well, actually, I'm not. Look, let me retract that.
yeah.
I'm gonna say for still the small town. Like
Oh, you're saying like if a small town person watched this, they'd be like,
yeah.
"Nah, that's not how it goes."
No, no,
Yeah, I
no, no,
believe
no,
that.
no, no,
No,
no. I think if a small town person watched it, they would kind of think it's a little vulgar. But then you're right. The internet does. Total at a quagmire here. Like you're right, because if you have in your hand unlimited resources or libraries, you're gonna
hmm
stumble up this shit. And
yeah.
plus, I think the bots will talk back to you. Yeah,
Well, and
yeah.
I think another thing too is like if you're a 80-year-old person in a small town, this may
Oh
seem vulgar
God,
to you. You know, like I
that's
mean,
what I. That's what.
honestly, that's you're talking about like that. Oh, dearie, this is just too much for me.
Yeah,
You
the
know,
the
that's
client. Yeah, the
yeah.
the
Luckily,
Karens
those
of the
people are
world.
luckily those people are dying slowly but surely. But
But no, but that's the thing. No, they're still around though, man.
no,
They're
I
still
mean, and
around.
they
They're
will
our
be.
age. They're our age, and they're younger. They don't go off like
They're
it's like I
they're
don't.
no, but they're a like I said, they are a dying breed. Like no
But you
joke. Like those
but you could.
those to be that. I mean, you can't. uh, it's very difficult to be small minded when so much is available to you. I to be honestly, to an extent. Like I
I
still, I mean, like yeah,
I'm
I don't know.
not shaking my head like no, you're wrong. I'm shaking my head
Yeah,
like no, dude. Like there's some people that don't develop. Once you give them this shit, they're just okay, whatever this thing tells me, and then they don't develop. So it's
yeah.
like
Well,
you know
no,
what
I
I mean.
mean it's whatever that thing tells them at that point.
Yeah,
Like
so it's programming them,
it
right? So what I'm
yeah.
saying is like there are some people that really like they can still skip without having a cell phone. Well, they don't care, where they can still go without it. It's kind of these the middle. I don't know. I don't know what. I don't want to say anything. I was gonna say middle class kids that kind of have phones that don't really care about things, but at the same time you can be broke and have a
Yeah.
phone. It's like so. I don't know. I don't have any advice or anything to give or any knowledge on that. I'm just to me, I just think like it's weird, and it's only because I go out to text, I go out outside of Austin, and then when I see that shit, I'm like, dude, this dude's like my age, and he's teaching his kids to say, I don't know, it's kind of like I guess the good old boy kind of thing is what
Yeah.
they call that shit. I don't know, it's just like I'm right, you're wrong kind of shit. I don't know, I don't care either way. But well, I guess we have to wrap up this show, but we got to pick two more because we got 12 minutes left.
Let's go.
Maybe
Let's go.
Bratz.
Let's go. Let's go.
The
Let's
sad
go.
part, I did feel bad for Bud Kilmer when he says I'm all like it was that line in the sand that Moxon drew after
hmm
he choked after Bud Kilmer chokes Moxon and
hmm
he draws that line and he goes, all right guys, I'm gonna get up and y'all need to follow me, come on, we'll win. And they don't, and you see him kind of finally breaks like that man
Where
that
are all
grew
those
up.
other coaches at? Like, what are they doing?
Oh yeah,
I
they
guess
yeah.
I guess they're standing with the kids, like, and
I
they
never
also make
understood
it
that.
they well yeah well I guess I never really thought about it until now. Like, why you have Lance as the coach out there? Like, come on, man. Like you're gonna have you have an assistant coach and you have offensive coaches and defensive coaches. It doesn't matter if it's West Canaan football and you only have 25 kids playing, you know?
Yeah, I feel you. You're
So
absolutely right.
I mean that kind of ruins the whole thing about it. It's
Well,
like
it gives you
you
more.
that's and that's the cool thing about high school movies too, is like it's like you're taking the reins. Like that's typically the message you're getting. Like you have to take the reins, you have to start taking
That's right.
responsibility.
I could see like the coaches being like, "Well, I'm not. If the coach is gone, I'm gone." I took it that
Yeah.
mentality that the kids had to finish the movie. But I want to know is they won district, so they made the playoffs. How far did they get in playoffs? Is there
Oh,
a
they lost the next round.
that's the next round?
They
Is
did
there
the oop and
the oop the hook and ladder? Let's see what was it called? West Canaan,
Mhm.
West Canaan Coyotes. What did they make the playoffs? Wait, where did they win state? Let's see. Let's find out. It's they have something here.
what do they say?
Let's see. Oh wait, what
Because
happens at the end of Varsity Blues? After the team and their supporters flood the field to celebrate, Mox shares a kiss with Julie. Mox narrates the game ended without some of the players knowing that they were become heroes, and that's it. Is West Canaan football? It's a small fictional town, West Canaan, Texas. Football is the way of life, and losing is not an option. So I guess let's see real quick. This might be a actual fan people writing. I love this where the fans keep growing the story. There's a whole thing here, dude.
oh shit.
Because there is 6-1 or 7-1. There is some debate about the official record, as there is no existing data footage of the team's performance prior to the. Nobody actually went and did this. I mean, it looks pretty. It looks pretty. Oop
Bro,
the oop offense.
they went with Billy Bob on one of the
The,
last play. Like, I'm not saying that's not admirable of them, but it's stupid.
let me just say this real quick. This they predicted the way the football was going to change, because Johnny Moxon does the Mississippi Valley State, where he puts the four receivers on one side, tweeter hard on that one on one on the outside, and they have to go right. Well, that's all we do now. There's no like I mean in Friday Night Lights, Billingsley is a freaking fullback. Position is
Hmm.
non-existent in the NFL. Like it's like two fullbacks in the NFL now, and it's only because they want them. If they didn't have them, they do all receivers.
Yeah.
So like it's like crazy how now our tight ends don't block as much. They don't catch footballs like Travis Kelsey. You got what's the other one, like Kittle. But yeah, they've kind of predicted where the future was going to go football, pass happy football, because there's still defense. There's no defense in basketball, but there's defense in football. So where do you want to go? Where we feeling? Are we feeling
How are
are
we
we
feeling? Billy Bob Thornton? Are we feeling?
damn repeat offender? He's the only repeat offender, right? Other than
Nah,
that guy.
can't be.
Yeah, which is actually really sad. And I do want to say an RIP, because the character Chris Comer, that was the guy Action Jackson, or was it Action Jackson? He was on that show.
Yeah,
For,
yeah.
yeah, Lee Thomas Young. He died in 2013. He committed suicide.
Really,
Yeah, I remember when the news came out. I was like, oh no, Jet Jackson. That was.
Jet Jackson. Yeah, the famous. I'll be damned.
Yeah,
Yeah, I knew he
I mean,
looked familiar.
yeah. So it's kind of like I was like, damn, that's sad that he did that.
Yeah.
Um, but what was I gonna say? I was gonna bring up one last thing before I move on. Whatever. That's cool. All right, so we got 7 minutes. Where should we cruise on? Where should we go? Are we thinking who can we attach these? Because John Voight's top four movies are, um, Midnight Cowboy, which is good,
Hmm.
Anaconda, Runaway Train, and Deliverance. I even thought I was gonna suggest maybe just out of the box and do the two Texas Chainsaw Massacres, but now I'm like, nah, we can let's see what we got. Let's see what we got.
Let's see. Oh, we got a comment.
We got a comment. Who's commenting here?
What's up,
Oh, what's up, Greg?
CJ?
What's up, Greg?
Rick.
You're catching the end of the show. We got about 6 minutes left before you hang up, and we're looking for two more movies, kind of
Yeah.
related with these two, with the actors or producers. Right?
Hmm.
I know he's a little.
We could do Paul Walker.
We could do Paul Walker. I do have Tammy and the T-Rex. Let's
Yeah.
see.
Yes, you do.
Let's see. All right, let's see real quick. What does he got? His top 4 are Chicago Hope is a show. Very Bad Things. Oh, dude, have you seen Very Bad Things?
No, that's top 4 for who?
For Peter Berg.
Oh,
He's got Very Bad Things, Lone Survivor, and Collateral. But dude, Very Bad Things has Jon Favreau.
oh my gosh!
Not like
Not.
Let me show you this. Let me show you this freaking this. You tell me about. I'm gonna show you the movie poster, and you tell me what you think. Because we are Jon Favreau and Vince Vaughn in this one, but it's okay. Excuse me. Oh, damn it! Did I mess this up? What did I do? Sorry, guys. Here we go. One more time. I had to. Oh, yeah, Cameron Diaz is in this one. All right, here we go. Check it out. I'm gonna show you the cover, and you tell me what you think. Where are you at? Where are you at? It's not. Oh, there it is. Boom.
Huh.
You got Christian Slater.
Very Bad Things.
You got Jon Favreau. You got is that Jeff Daniels, Jeremy Piven.
Oh wow!
Name, but
Not the
yeah,
Pivens.
it's actually this isn't it's kind of dark comedy, but there's that one. But we could do. I mean, I think Peter Berg wrote that one.
We could do. I mean, he also directed Hancock.
Oh,
interesting.
Do you want to do superhero movies? Is that what you're telling me?
Ooh,
Do you want to? Do you want to do a superhero movie? I like the super movie.
we could do Hancock and Kick-Ass.
Oh, kick ass. Well,
Oh man.
Let's see. Do we have anybody in Friday Night Lights that's played a superhero? Or I'm sorry.
Yeah, Lucas. Well, let's see here.
Lucas Black. He's Fast and Furious 2.
Yeah, Fast.
Or
We
Fast
could no Fat. We could watch
3.
Tokyo Drift.
I meant 2 as in 200.
Listen, we could do Tokyo Drift and Fast and Furious, or Too Fast. I mean, we could. We get into the saga.
I've been talking about this for a minute, but I know we're gonna go deep into it. I don't know where we're gonna go that route. You want to do? Well, let's see, Fast and the Furious. So let's see, because Lucas Black is in the 3rd one, right?
Yeah, and in the I think he's also in like the 6th one, like in a cameo.
I don't know how we would tackle this beast because I don't know if this is a can we should open right now, or I feel like
or we could just do a Lucas Black episode and watch Sling Blade and Tokyo Drift.
He's a little kid in Sling Blade?
Yeah.
Is that why he got freaking the role because of Billy Bob Thornton?
Maybe.
Oh wow. What do Bad Santa 1 and 2?
Sling Blade, Sling Blade and Tokyo Drift are his top 2.
I had no idea. Yeah, there he is. You know what? Now I see. Yep, I can put it in my head. You want to do Sling Blade?
We could. Or what? Let's see here. I do remember watching this movie too. Get Low. It has Robert Duvall and Bill Murray in it. And Robert Duvall is just like trying to set up his. Lucas Black was in that, but he's like trying to set up his estate and everything. It was. I can't remember how it goes, but I do remember watching it.
This could be one of those movies like when we did Ryan Gosling, only God could judge, or yeah.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. Like we didn't know anything going into it. I like that too.
Let's see here.
Get Low. It has Susie Spacek, Robert Duvall, Bill Murray, and Lucas Black. A movie spun out of equal parts folktale, fable, and real-life legend about the mysterious 1930s Tennessee hermit who famously threw his own rollicking funeral party while he was still alive. That sounds pretty badass. I haven't seen that.
Oh, it's.
I can do a Lucas Black though. Let's see what else he's got. Yeah, let's do Lucas Black. We're gonna pick on Lucas. He's also Lucas Black the second. Is that what it is, realized? Yeah.
Lucas York Black. Decatur, Alabama.
Yeah,
Let's
he did.
see
So
here.
his top. He's in 42. Pee Wee Reese. Yeah, Fast Seven, Sling Blade. Those are his four. What does he got here?
Legion. Oh man, that was the Angel movie I was trying to bring up the other day.
We could do Legion and Constantine.
Ooh,
You want to do that?
we should. Yeah, that would actually be badass. Because
Yeah,
Legion
well,
was what 2010, and Constantine was like 2003.
yeah, something like that. And it could lead us back to Keanu.
We
have
could
ourselves
watch
another-
John Wick 2 and 3 after
We
that.
could have ourselves another triple Keanu, what I like to call. You just watch 3 Keanu movies back to back to back to back. It's like you're having a triple Keanu.
Oh man, I typed in Con to do Constantine, and Con Air came up. I was like, hell yeah!
Oh, we gotta get there. We gotta find a way there.
It was 2005. 2005.
Yeah, I got it here. All right, so we're gonna go that route. You're gonna lose Black.
Let's do Constantine and Legion. Man, we're just all over the place, which is funny because last week we did Angels, and this is like Dark Angels.
Oh, dude, we sandwiched it with football in the middle. So we're
Yep.
that, and we got at 1:30. So we're supposed to be done. Good.
Hey,
Let me get this real quick. We're gonna do Constantine 2005 rated R, 2 hours 1 minute.
Shia LaBeouf.
Shia LaBeouf. Action, fantasy, horror. Oh, we're going that route next time. Supernatural exorcist and demonologist John Constantine helps a policewoman prove her sister's death was not a suicide anymore. Director Francis Lawrence. Writers Jamie Delano, comic book Hellblazer. Garth Ennis, comic book Hellblazer. Kevin Brodbin. Stars Keanu Reeves, Rachel Weisz, and Dimon Honsu. We're gonna compare that with. Oh, where are you at? No,
Legion.
Legion. There you are. 20 rated, 1 hour 40 minutes. Action, fantasy, horror. When a group of strangers at a dusty roadside diner come under attack by demonic forces, their only chance for survival lies with an archangel named Michael. Hi, Mike.
Hey.
Who informs a pregnant waitress that her unborn child is humanity's last hope. Director Scott Stewart, writers Peter Schrink and Scott Stewart, stars Paul Bentley, Dennis Quaid, and Charles Dutton. All right, we got our next movies pick.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else you want to say to the non-viewers out there to later?
Yeah, Tyrese is also in Legion, so we got Lucas Black
right.
and Tyrese.
Dude, we're gonna have to go back to Fast and the Furious.
Yep, we will. We'll have to get there.
All right. Anything else to the non-viewers?
To the people that aren't watching, come watch.
So Thursdays at 8 p.m. Central Time, we'll side by side live it. So thank you everybody for watching this in the past or the future. No, in the future. This is in the past. And
we're in the past now.
Now we're in the past. Every photo of you is from a photo of you when you were younger.
Oh my gosh! You know what? We should start doing that, like little things to mess with your mind at the end of the show.
Bring something.
Just like fade out, like, and you will all be dead one day, and then just like fade out.
Man, the one that got me was, there will be a time when you're going to put your child up and never pick him up again. I was like, ooh, I'm gonna see how that works. That's a bad, whatever. that's a life one. TMA, mature audience. Good thing we're not mature because we're doing side by side, and this is what we do. We watch movies, we talk about them. We're two friends and just like to hang out and watch movies and check up on each other because we're in 2 different cities. Same state, 2 different cities. But all right, dude, let's end this episode and we'll let everybody go, and we'll chit chat after we're done.
And cut.
Cut.